Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, OKCV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but apparently a semi-bored driver. He wants to go, man. He wants to go. Let's go. Oh, what are you adjusting? Grabbing some smokes. Anyway, I got the fuel carrier. What we are on the way to do is deliver this Scout fuel carrier over to this pit stop. Or no, not the pit stop. We're delivering to the South Camp. It's a fuel carrier. We need to deliver there. It has to maintain 10% of its fuel when I get there. But I'm full of fuel. That doesn't really matter. What does matter is getting over there is going to require taking a chance and going along a bunch of crackly ice. But we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. There's the path. Pointing north. That's how we're getting there. This is part 4? Yes, part 4 of a 6-part stream. And I am driving the 6612H Mastodon. Remember that sound? Okay, which way is this going? It can't be going up the ridge, right? Supposedly this is a road. It is a road for this baby. As long as it don't tip over on a rock, which is quite possible. This is not a road. What are you talking about? Why am I going this way? I should have gone straight down to the river. This map, this is one of the worst reference maps. I could go to mapquest.com, or sorry, mapquest.info, and they actually have a 3D version in beta. It's 3d.mapinfo. Oh, sorry, 3d.mapquest.info. And they give you a 3D version of the... Oh, for goodness sakes. This is not the best way to go. Attach a winch from here to where? Find a tree that I think is good. All the way to the right. Really need to improve the way this thing works. On console, you have to keep clicking. You can't just hold the D-pad down. And when it gets to the edge of the screen, it doesn't re-wrap back around to the other side of the screen. So you might be sitting there clicking and clicking and clicking, and then you're at the edge of the right side of the screen, and it's just gonna keep clicking, clicking, clicking. Let's go down the river right now. And you won't know that you're stuck. Yeah, I'm not going that way. That's a road. Oh, that's supposed to be the road there, huh? Yeah, get that. I make my own roads. I'm in the Mastodon. I know I'm going to live to regret this. I just have to get down to the river without tipping over. I'm taking the high road. You can take the low road, I'll take the high road. Let's try to delete these points here. Oh, of course. Sometimes you can use the same button to delete as to add, except you got to get the angle right. Let's try there. Almost these. I could try to YOLO. It is downhill, so I could try to just YOLO down to the river. In fact, you know what? This is a good time for the photo mode drone. Little trick. X button, photo mode. X button on this controller. Come down here. Weather, let's make it clear. Let's make it afternoon. Get rid of the vignette, which is stupid. Open the aperture up so you can see everything. And now, let's see, Y button, free cam. And now I can look around a little bit. It's like getting out of the truck. You would get out of the truck in real life. Can I get down to the river through these rocks? Not easily. But then going down through those trees is also not easy. I'm gonna go through the rocks. Alright. I am going to live to regret this. But with the Mastodon, you can drive over rocks as long as you don't get too uneven. Like this. Oh, I'm going to be stuck on this rock now. I won't be able to get around it. Get past that tree. Okay, here we go. Over this rock. Over these rocks. Between these rocks. Yeah, this looks a little dangerous. Don't try this at home, kids. Professional driver. Piece of cake. Piece of baklava. Let's get over here. That was not a road. This is probably cracky ice. It's okay. Now, let's stop the engine. Go back and reset those waypoints. So I'm not using any of those things. Not using that one, not using that one, or that one, or that one, or that one, or that one. One. Use the same button to add as you do to subtract, but it's not documented because it's because it can be tricky and unreliable. You got to get the angle right. Okay, now get over here on this sheet, ice sheets. The ice sheets are safe. If you drive over them, they're you got to go drive slowly, but then everything this truck does is slowly. If you don't drive slowly enough, you are risking the sheets like doing crazy physics. Although a lot of the crazy physics they fixed, but not all of them. You have to be careful on new maps. You might still get until they, there might still be scenes in new maps that have weird physics where you might get collisions. But on most of the older maps, the maps through the base game and through the first couple years, first 3 years, maybe. You don't get those crazy physics that you once got, where if you try to hitch a trailer, suddenly everything goes up flying through the air. So if you've seen videos online about the crazy, entertaining but crazy, you hitch a trailer and suddenly your truck goes flying through the air and does a bunch of flips and completely gets trashed and can't drive anymore. Yeah, those have all pretty much been fixed for the game. It can still happen, especially on new maps. You can get some collision errors, but for the most part, it's been fixed. They're really annoying when this happens. It's a collision box thing. For some new trailers, I wouldn't be surprised if the trailer boxes or the collision boxes are such that you can actually. The issue was that you would be able to with your truck's collision box would be able to go inside the trailer's collision box through some circumstances, and you know, they would check one collision trailer, but it would be a race condition, as they call it in computer science, and your collision box would, the location of the other collision box wasn't tested before the collision of your collision box properly, and so your collision box ends up going inside. And if you can get the two collision boxes to go inside of each other before you actually test for a collision, now suddenly you've got a collision that's continuously happening because the collision boxes are inside of each other. And they can't get outside of each other until they all. So you keep getting collision after collision after collision. Eventually, it escalates to the point where everything goes flying through the air until they all die. It's pretty cool to see. It's not cool to have experience, but it's pretty cool to see. Okay. Now, racing across what might be crackly ice. Slightly crackly, not too crackly. Despite being an incredibly heavy truck, this truck also gets out of danger very easily. You know, it gets out of mud, it can crawl its way out of a bunch of places, so as long as it's not sitting in the crackly ice long enough to get the tires completely submerged and screwed up, it might, you still can get it out. But yeah, if I were to just stand there over the crackly ice and not move forward, then I might sink all the way down to the point where I can't get out on my own. Things like my GMC Brigadier can get stuck in the crackly ice more so, despite having ice tires on it and being lighter. I already had to recover it once because it got caught in the crackly ice. And it got stuck in, and it doesn't have the power to pull itself out of the ice. And I didn't play it very well either. I wasn't paying attention to exactly where I was going, and it was in a pond, not on the river, and so I didn't realize until late that it was crackly ice, and I ended up just driving right in it and got myself stuck. Probably not crossing here, right? I'm getting that sound in the game. If you hear the sound like fading in and out, that's actually in the game. Not sure why that's doing that. It's like boom, 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 like rubbing. We are taking care of business here. Let's see, how much fuel is in the fuel trailer? Top engine. I gotta keep at least 10% in, so I need at least 23 gallons in. Okay, so that should be cool. 97 gallons. 24 gallons I need to keep in. Oh, and everything's full. Okay. It's less important than I'm playing in easy, or not easy mode, a normal mode. No, so it's less important because then I always buy a trailer to get more fuel and then sell it right back. There's no such thing as easy mode. It's a normal playthrough using paid DLC vehicles, the OP paid DLC vehicles. I don't recommend all of the paid DLC. I definitely recommend all the season passes. Get them in annual chunks, they're a lot cheaper. But I do recommend this Zix Mastodon if you can afford it. The Mastodon pack. If you are just starting off with the game and you're frustrated with tipping over all the time and not having the power, this is the thing you get. And then also there's an easy way. If you're playing a normal game, there's an easy way. I've mentioned this several times. Not everybody watches all the episodes. There is a food delivery contest that you can unlock by delivering the curtain side trailer right by the garage to the farm, which you pass on the way to the garage. You do that, it unlocks the contest, and then you're good to go. You can do that as many times as you want if you're a normal, and that's a good way to build up money and build up experience. And now I just say go across. On this map, rocks and snow are safe, always. It's not true on other maps, like the more you might drive over snow and still end up with crackly ice under the snow, but... Okay, here, I think I can just go for it. Crackly ice, oh, maybe I can't go for it. But the Mastodon can do it. Didn't panic, just kept driving. Can I get more fuel? Stop engine. Let's see. What do I need now? Another 7 gallons? Yeah, 7 gallons. Oh yeah. Easy. Wait, is that where I'm delivering it? No, it is one. Let's try not to knock over the furniture, even though I don't really care if I do. Okay, I knocked over the furniture. You have shown up at the right time, Iceman. We were starting to think how we could haul that tanker there ourselves. One less problem to deal with. Yeah, yeah, there's your almost totally full fuel truck. Yeah, I think you better check that tank. I think it's got a leak. I know it was full when you left it there. I'm not sure it's full now though. So there might be a leak in the tank. You need to check it. Not sure how it lost that fuel. Yeah, it still got at least 10% of its fuel though. So there you go. Thanks for the money, by the way. All right, what's next? What else can this truck do while I'm here? Well, it's telling me pick up the wooden planks. I did say that was one that I might do next, because I'm pretty close to getting the wooden planks. I'm gonna have to come back the same way. Basically go right back where I came. No, not actually go back where I came. Do I do that? Are there any other scouting tasks? I'm going to keep that active, but I'm going to see, are there any other scouting tasks to do? Oh. Wind planks ×1, forecast unclear. Oh, that's the one that I'm working on now. Scouting task? No. Although, that's just delivering the Tuz? That's really close. Maybe I'll do that first. And then circle back to get the planks. I'm not going to start tracking that yet. Clement weather. Vehicle spare parts. No, I know where the vehicle spare parts are. They're not far from there. Temporary measures. Metal beam. That's out of the way. I want to see if there's any scouty-like tasks. No. Here. Reach marks 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Mark 2. Mark 3. Mark 4. Oh, and I have to do them in a specific order. Okay, I'll use the scout vehicle to do that. I won't do it this way. Even though I'm like right there. Five. Okay, let me get that, and then go get the wooden planks, and then turn this thing on and hit all those, because the wooden planks are over here, right? Which is, no. No. That's it, the wooden planks, right. Okay. Wooden planks need to be picked up here. I'm going to go there. I'm going to deliver the trailer there. I'm going to come back here, get the wooden planks, and then I'm going to turn on forecast unclear. Okay. So then I'm going to get here. And then I will track forecast unclear first of all. But then after that, I'm going to do... Frozen in time? No. Oh, that's another one I could do. I'll do that after this other one. No. What was it? That was the one where I just collect for a bunch of places by the river. That one. Okay. I want to go there next. Okay. So those are my destinations. I'm down here, grab that thing, come over here, deliver that thing, double back to here, pick that up, and then on the way to there, hit those waypoints, and I'm good to go. So we're going to start with whatever this task is. Self-contained antique. Self-contained antique, then forecast unclear. Whoa! How do I get up there? Oh, okay, through here. Where am I? This should be easy enough. Easy enough. Stay back along the river, go along this road. I need to cross the river at some point. This looks like a good place to do it. Although I don't know, the road might not actually be a road. This might be dangerous through here, but we'll see. In here and go around that mess. And then I can go here. And basically that way, and then off the road here. Towards here. Where it's here. I like to leave, you know, waypoints in advance showing where I'm going, and then I just drag intermediate waypoints around. Because you can delete intermediate waypoints if you get them in the wrong place. It's just tricky to do. I've talked about it before. Okay. I feel like I'm in the groove now. Now then I'll want to come back down the exact same way I came, but let me first get there. Pointing north, and there's my truck. There's my path. Zoom in so people at home can follow. I don't like it when people say they're teaching you how to play the game. Let's make it a little bit lighter. People say they're teaching you how to play the game, but then they don't put waypoints down, and you have no idea where you're going. Yeah. Putting waypoints down is always a good idea if you're actually, if people are trying to follow you. You expect people to be following along at home. They can't do it without the waypoints. Okay, here we are picking up a truck, whatever kind of truck it is, I don't know. We're delivering to a spot, and then we're going to go back, get the wooden planks. On the way to delivering the wooden planks, we are going to get a bunch of scouty places along the river. And this guy can scout along the river because he's strong. I'm beginning to wonder about this path. This is a road, huh? Okay. I will trust your judgment. You say it's a road, it's a road. So we don't want to get flipped on that rock. Let's get to the point right there. There we go. And I saw that it was a thin road through here, but not too thin. Oh, clench horn. Sorry about that. I have the controller set to have the horn as a down press of the same joystick that's used to steer. So I'm steering with the left joystick, steering the vehicle with the left joystick, and I have it set so the horn is pressing down on the left joystick. So sometimes if I panic, you're going to see me you're going to hear the horn as I clench my left hand because I think I'm steering into danger. Sorry about it. It's not that obnoxious of a horn. It's a little loud. It's not that obnoxious. Okay, this is a road, huh? This is another one of those roads that aren't really a road. It's got unbreakable trees along it. I do not scout this stuff in advance. I do not go on MapRunner. I don't plan stuff out. This is basically an adventure, blind adventure. The only map I played in advance of starting this Let's Play was the Michigan map, and so a little bit of Alaska. So from about the halfway point of Alaska, I want to avoid those things. About the halfway point of Alaska until the rest of these. At this point, 19 committed regions. I hope they do a year 5, 4 more regions after that. In part because that would make 23 regions, and 23 is my favorite number. I think I'll write them, I'll say that. I'll say, please do another year, because then you'll have 23 regions, and 23 is my favorite number. And here's all the reasons why 23 is the greatest number. 1, it's a prime number. 2, it's made up of the first 2 prime numbers, 2 and 3. You add those together, you get the next prime number, 5. You multiply them together, you get the first perfect number, 6. When you turn the digits around, that's 32, which is the perfect square. In fact, it's 2 to the 16, which is also a square. Is that right? It's 32, 2 to the, no, it's 2 to the, 32 is, okay, 3, 8, 2 to the 6th. It's 2 to the 6th, which is also a perfect number, which happens to be 23, or which happens to be 2 times 3. So there, all these mystical reasons that 23 is the best number. You divide it by 2 and you can't, because it's a prime number. You multiply it by 2 and you get 46, which tells me nothing. You multiply it by 3, you get 69, which is a nice number. All these reasons, 23 is the best number. If you can think of another reason why 23 is the best number, leave a comment in the YouTube episode, or whisper me on twitch.tv/RollCageOnTheBarTV. Or if you think I'm lying, if you think 23 is a terrible number and you got a better 2-digit number, let me know what it is, and then I'll tell you you're wrong. Feel free to disagree with me. Tell me I'm wrong, and we'll get into a controversy. Controversy is really good for the YouTube algorithm. Get in a fight. In fact, if you agree with me and you know someone that would disagree with me, make sure you both comment. That way, we'll really get into it. Okay. Here is a nice small vehicle, and I will use the Russian crane to pick up this vehicle. And I'll use basically the same technique that I used with the Russian crane, which is to, first of all, always activate the anchors. The anchors are terrible on this thing, by the way. Go into crane mode. This one has a attached hitch point on the very top, so I will raise the crane up as high as I can and center it over the truck bed, the dot, the landing point. Go into winch control, pick it up by the top, and now do not use the crane to lift the thing. It won't work. Use the winch. Winch, baby, winch. Winch it up here. And if it feels like it's getting stuck, just keep using the winch. It probably will free itself. More times than not, it will free itself. Okay. Now, is it clear? I think I might have got it a little bit too far forward. But let's get it straightened out first. Because when I'm using the D-pad to straighten it out, rotate it some. Because when I lower it, if it's a little too far forward, when I lower it, when I pull the crane back, it's going to lower on its own potentially. Okay, now I'm going to pull the crane. Let's actually lower it a little bit on the winch. Put those front tires on. That's actually probably okay. Pulling the crane back a little bit so it might go down. And finish lowering it all the way. And let it go. And restore the crane. And pack it. And stop the engine so I can lay out the next path. Russian cranes are easy if you know how to use it. And the whole secret is just to use the winch. Do not try to lift. Do not try to lift with the crane. Lift and lower with the winch. And don't try to move things from side to side with the crane. Just use the winch. At all times, use the winch. Get it in position. If you have to, you might have to use adjust the crane from side to side. And so the thing to do is to get the vehicle closer to you. Like, say you can't reach it from having it over your target. Well, then you just, over there, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah, then if you have to, you can, you know, just drag it over to where you are with the winch. Get it closer. And then let go of it and start over again. There's an obstruction there. I'm not sure how I'm going to get past, but at some point I will need to get past it. Do I go through here to take the shortcut? Of course I do. It's just rocks. Short, narrow rocks that are not meant for a big truck to go through. And I'm driving the biggest truck, but of course I try it. Why would I not try it? I've not had the hard experience yet of getting stuck through here. Yet. Alright, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. I certainly don't have to worry about powering this thing up a hill, even if it's icy. There's also trees around. I don't know how if they're all winchable, but winch points. But you know, I'll be fine. I will be fine. I'm totally sure that I will be fine. No, not added instead of subtract. That's. Okay. And go ahead and follow the track here. And here. And here. Isn't this pleasant music? This is Crinkles. CrinklesMusic.com. I'm still looking. I've got some suggestions. I'm still looking for suggestions. If you're watching on Twitch, you might be by now, you've probably heard these same 4 songs 17,000 times. So you'd like, please Roll Cage, get some new music. And I could use your help doing that. This is from CrinklesMusic.com. If you go there, most of these songs are from his albums are called Soundtrack from a Box, or her, I don't know. Their albums are called Soundtrack from a Box. They have 24 volumes. I have All That I Want from volume 22, but I'm looking for suggestions. 3 songs each from volumes 21, 23, and 24. So if you want to help picking out a new one, I will give you credit and give you recognition on Twitch or if you whisper me on Twitch, I'll give you recognition on Twitch and make you a VIP or something. Or if you leave a comment on YouTube, I will give you recognition some other way. Probably by just mentioning you, since I can't make you a VIP on YouTube. I will give you my heartfelt thanks, and I will try to remember your user ID. I'll write it down or something. We've had some other people that have given me advice that I want to thank on different games that I play. And I thank them effusively in the comment, as a reply to the comment. And I thank them during the stream, and so during the following YouTube episode. But I never remember to write down the ID, so I always thank them anonymously. And I apologize for that. But I'm an old man. Give me a break. This is a path, huh? Is this the path I just came up? I don't know if it is or not, but I'm taking it. The truck doesn't want to go that way. No, it doesn't want to go that way. Steer, baby, steer. Yeah, those engine sounds, thumping, that's not a microphone issue, that's a game sound issue. I did have the game crash on me earlier when I unplugged, but I don't know if it was related to unplugging or plugging in the controller. I had controller on, and I just plugged in a new controller and it suddenly, oh, that's not a road, that's railroad tracks. I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way. It's too hard to go that way. I want to delete this point. Can I do it? But no. You gotta get the angle just right. It's That's why the obstructions were there. Those are rail cars. Okay. And then straight across here. Somehow, some way. There we go. That's the better way to go. Update your screen capture. Wait. Update your screen capture with this new path. I mean, I haven't driven across this railroad track specifically, but railroad tracks are usually not good places to drive. Boy, I feel so much better about this map now. When I was trying to scout it all, that was a difficult situation. In part because I was driving around with the Jeep Wrangler, which is a great little vehicle for driving around, except it's much lighter than the Pew Pew Pew, the prototype exploration unit, which is what I needed to use. So, dragging around that incredibly heavy trailer is difficult. And I've tried to find solutions where, well, I carry them both with a truck, but they won't both fit in the bed of any of my trucks. And so, either bring a trailer where they'll both fit, but then driving around those narrow areas with a trailer can be nearly impossible. The ramp flatbed trailer is great because then I can just drive it on and drive it off. I can drive it on and I don't even have to drive it off. I just pack it, drive it on, hitch together the scout car and the trailer, and then unhitch it, pack it, and then when I want to scout, when I want to use the radar, I hitch it back up, or I unpack it, hitch it back up, take the measurement, and away I go. Okay, this is going to be difficult going up here, right? Am I going to have nasty trees I'm going to have to get through? Which way does this wiggle? Yeah, so far I'm in the middle of a couple of nasty trees. I can get around them. Right, you. Stop. I'm going to try something that's probably unwise, but I'm going to try it anyway. Where is it? I guess that one's okay. I'm going to purposely spin this thing around the gap between axles, and then I'm going to count on being able to pull the thing out of danger, which is probably not a great idea. Okay. Now I managed to not get stuck between the axles. Okay, yeah, this is not a good path for this vehicle. I will say this right now, not a good path for this vehicle. Do not try this at home. Do not try this on vacation. Do not try this at your corner store. Don't try this at work or in your yard or a public library. Do not try to do this in this vehicle. It's a smart thing to do. I got to get that back end moved in the right direction. Get my tire up on here. Stop there. Now, how am I going to get my back end turned? I'm going to get my back end turned by attaching my winch to the back end. And then I'm going to take a really big risk. I'm going to attach that back end to there. Okay, I'm going to drive forward while I am pulling on that winch. And the winch is going to pull me around and around and twist me and turn me so I can get up this. I didn't pull it around far enough. I've got nothing to winch to on the front of me, I don't think. Let's try that again. I can still reach there. Okay. Let's go a little bit farther. Come on. Spin me round, baby. Spin me right round, baby. I'm going to risk backing up a little bit. Now forward. Winch horn. And back up a little more. Not so much that I go off the cliff. Release the winch. Release the winch. I got my back wheels off. Stop. Brake. I think I can winch to that tree now, though. Attach the winch. The trick is, can I reach it from the side of my vehicle? I can! Look at that, baby! Okay. And release. Come on, you are the mastodon. You can do this. You can do this. You can do it. Get up on that rock. Get up on that rock to the right. Then rotate around to the other rock. I don't have another tree I can use to do this with. Let's try a different technique. Nope, still want the lights on. Attach the winch. Now, let's attach it all the way from the back. Can I still get that tree from the back? I can. Okay. The tree attaches right through the rock, which is so wonderful. Come on, where's the cursor? This. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't try it at home, but enjoy it when you see a pro at work. Oh, now where am I supposed to be going? The rock there? Hold on a second. Where is this supposed to be? Am I supposed to be going through more rocks? I'm supposed to be going through here. More rocks. Oh, for goodness sakes. At this point, can I just cut across here? Those are also rocks. Can I cut through here? Then down there. Yeah, this was definitely the wrong way to go. Yeah, according to this, I'm supposed to go through those rocks. I'm not going through those rocks. I am taking my own way. Now it's going to be through the trees, which is going to be a whole nother issue. but I think I can weave my way through the trees better, because I can always use the trees to winch myself. I can't use the trees, and I'm getting up on a tree, and this is very dangerous to go straight over a tree, because those are bendable but not breakable trees, and they can flip you over if you're in a lesser vehicle. But guess what? This is a Mastodon. They don't flip the Mastodon over. I love this vehicle. Just drive right over them. They bend down. Okay, now let's stop there with the tree right in the middle. Look at the map. Get rid of these waypoints that I did not go over. I'm not gonna... And I think I can get through there. Or I can just come up here. Make my way through these trees. Yeah, don't try this at home. Don't go this way. Actually, I can go here. All right, we have a tree adventure, which we're going to do in the next episode. Cliffhanger, to be continued. Can I get through the trees? We'll find out in the next episode. Same bat channel, same bat time, same bat station, same bat station, same bat time. I don't know how it used to go. I used to watch the show. It was on during my youth. That's how old I am. Original 60s show. All right, folks. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to take a break here. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be If you're watching on Twitch, yes, I'll take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, the next YouTube episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 1800 hours, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. And your local times may vary, but hopefully one of those three references. U.S. Central Time is Iowa. You can type Iowa. It's easier to type than Minneapolis. So, Twitch again, stick around. YouTube next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.